And now, from high atop the percolator, it's time for Java with John. Here's Johnny!
Okay, Java with John. Here we are. Week number 7, by the way. This mug, I have to point out, I might have mentioned it earlier. This is from a friend of mine, Matt Hawes. I watch his show every morning.
Okay.
He does much like our show. There's no special. He has no themes, and he just comes on and talks. But he comes on at 8:15, and he never goes past 8:30. And he's entertaining, a really knowledgeable guy, and he acknowledges all of the people who are watching his show. I mean, you can't see the people that are watching, but he uses a different piece of software. We use vMix. He uses Ecamm, and anybody who makes a comment, then he usually flashes it up on the screen. So, anyways,
Cool.
Matt Hawes. Yep. Oh, geez. Forgot to move my stuff around here, John. I'm, what's your word? Discombobulated? Is that it? Or
For 20 years, Julie never believed me that was a word, and she kept telling me not to say it. And it is an actual word. And she was really pissed off when she heard somebody else say it. I forget what show it was. And I'm like, yep, told you so.
Well, it's nice to get one up on them once in a while.
Yeah. I still pay for that today, but
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I want to relay a story to you about what makes me happy, or has been making me happy. Is you're probably aware that I go to the Braves hockey game every Friday night without fail, come hell or high water. And this year, my great-granddaughter has started going to the games. Now, she's in grade 8 at St. Mary's, and
Cool.
of course, it's a social outing. It has nothing to do with the hockey. She's there because a couple hundred other people, there's probably 100 teenagers there. So she thinks it's just great. I'm not even sure that until I told her that her dad played 4 years for the Braves. But then a couple of weeks later, she brings me a whole bunch of hockey cards with his picture on them. So, but every Friday night, no matter where she's sitting, she comes over because she knows where I usually stand. Comes over, gives me a big hug, catches me up socially with a week at school and those kinds of things. And and she just turned 13, and not many teenagers would give an old guy a hug in public, right? I mean, they're doing, and she's quite thrilled, and I am too. That the March break starts at next week, and she's going down to Florida to be with her grandmother for 2 weeks. So that's pretty exciting news, and that's my smile for the week.
Good. That's nice to see those things. And how, be able to, even if it's just for a few minutes, be able to share that. And, yeah. Cool.
On this day, were you able to find anything about what happened on this day, or?
You know what? I found out it was pretty boring. No, actually, there really wasn't much that that anybody would actually recognize, if that makes any sense. I found some celebrities' birthdays, and then I searched who the celebrities were, and I said, I have no idea who you are. So,
Yes, yeah.
on this day, nothing happened.
Okay. Well, I did a quick perusal, and hopefully this time I got the day right, because remember I told you last week about screwing it up. Excuse me. This was the day, 18 something. Alexander Graham Bell made his first phone call to his buddy Thomas Watson. And I think that might have happened in Nova Scotia. I'm not positive.
The transatlantic one?
No, it was just the first real call, I think. But
That wasn't in Nova Scotia. That was in Michigan somewhere.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
But anyways,
The first transatlantic one was
that was something that I dug up for this date, just in case anybody was going to put a gun to our head and say, "Hey, you skipped this topic," or something along those lines.
I thought you were going to merge on this date with my pet peeve. I thought on this date back in 18, whatever it was, the Toronto Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup.
But you know what? I think when we were on a previous topic, and I don't know if this will work or not. Wait, let's do this. Let's do this. No, let's do this. Let's do this. This is giving you an opportunity now, John, to talk about one of your favorite subjects this time of the year, and that is, you told me you had 7 or 8 or 9 plants in your kitchen. I don't know if they're in the window or what.
Right now, you're probably closer to 40 to 50.
Oh, jeez. Have you been forced to move out or what?
No. They're all just, most of them are about yay. I'm trying to think. I don't know what I did, and I should have probably wrote my notes down. I kind of made some soil, and I kind of did this, and I started timing my seedlings as per what should be.
Oh, yes.
So, for instance, tomato seeds usually take about, let's say, 3 weeks to germinate. So what germinating means is this little tiny thing pokes out of the seed. It doesn't mean it grows. It's still on the ground. Well, they're now about this high. My green beans are this high. I've got a little forest growing in my kitchen right now.
Now, do they have to be in your window or where?
I leave them in the window because it gives them lots of sunlight. Our kitchen's quite big, so there's a lot of room. I have just 2 small shelves there, but it's growing a little faster than I had hoped. But Julie hasn't yelled at me yet, so that's all that matters.
Yes, peace in the family, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the right way of saying this. It's brought a little peace to my soul in the summertime by doing this kind of gardening. So it's a good thing in my eyes.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can.
Number 4. We just went right by number 4 or what?
Okay. Oh, wait. I better do this. Better do that. There. We got it back on track. Pet peeve. Do you have a pet peeve you want to express, or?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. Well, mine is not very often I'm involved in this because it happens at the grocery store. Mm-hmm. And I try to avoid that as much as I can. But what really bugs me is when somebody with a cart, and I'm not saying they have more than 12 items, but when they get into that express lane where max is supposed to be 12, and they get to the cash, and or they're in the cash, and maybe they're actually there or a second from being checked out, they say, "Oh, I got to go for a minute. I forgot something."
Yep.
And away they go. Well, I'm just saying, geez, have a list. You don't have to run back to get your craft dinner and hold us all up. And then when you do come back, you're probably for sure over the 12 items. Get out of that line and get on to the other one.
Yep. Yeah. That's either that or the people that have to sit there and every time the lady brings something in, they got to ask, how much was that? How much was that?
Yeah.
How much was that?
Grocery stores can do it to you. Yep.
Yeah. My pet peeve is going to be very political, and we're probably going to lose 50% of our viewership right now. For the past 60 some odd years, I've heard, "This is our year. This is our year."
Oh,
Toronto
am I
Maple
leaving?
Leafs fans.
Am I going to leave?
Toronto Maple Leafs fans. Your year will be right after the California Golden Seals beat the Cleveland Barons for the Stanley Cup, and Ken Baird takes the trophy home to Flim Flon, Manitoba. Maple Leafs suck.
Well, I think that's been true. I don't know. I think they may have lost 7 in a row or something like that, and it's sort of an all-time blow in their history right now.
I don't. One thing I don't understand is professional sports pay hundreds of millions of dollars for people to perform, and you now pay $150, $200 a ticket to go watch grown men lollygag around the ice.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say. It's the same thing with baseball. It's the same thing with football. It's the same thing with all sports. But for the amount of quote unquote talent that the Maple Leafs have and the amount of money, yeah, California Golden Seals, Butch Goring, he was my hero. Yeah. I take him off the news. Find something else to talk about other than the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Ah, yes. Well, I guess it's back to my turn. You did your roller skating in the Buffalo herd last week. I don't know if you and Janet were going around the rink and holding hands as you skated, but I actually roller skated twice in my life. Once when I was still in elementary school, we paid a guy a couple of dollars, and he led us into his parents' place that they had just purchased, and it was supposed to be a roller skating rink indoors, and we went down there and skated all afternoon. Well,
Cool.
I'm not very good on ice skates, and I'm even worse on roller skates. So it was a disaster. But later, when I was maybe grade 12 or grade 13, I went to Centralia Air Force Base up north of London, I think it's where it is. And we went over to Grand Bend. And of course, Grand Bend was a great, well, you would know more about it than I would, but it was a real summer resort place.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of teenage girls working there for the summer. But they had a roller skating rink. And we had come from the Air Force Base at Centralia over there. And a couple of the guys said, let's roller skate. So I paid my $1 or $2 or whatever and put the roller skates on. And I didn't get much time outside of the little practice area that they had. I was falling enough in the practice area. I didn't need to go out in the big rink and make an ass of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, but that's got nothing to do with my song of the week. That was yours from last week. My song of the week, and I had to come up with a title because it's not really about, my story's not about the song. But the song was called So Many Other Boys. It was sung by the Esquires, a Canadian group out of Ottawa. And they actually won the first Juno Award. And believe it or not, they beat out a group, the Guess Who. So that was pretty big time beating out the Guess Who. But
who's the group that they beat out? I can't guess who it is.
oh no, they beat out the Guess Who, but they were called the Esquires. That was Gary's group. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. And I got you with a cold, so it's easy to deal with.
Yes. So anyways, a long time ago, when I was going to say the first time I got kicked out of university, but I actually left voluntarily. And I was working in Ottawa. It was for R.L. Crane, a printing company. And I think I was about a year and a half into working with him, and we hired this young punk just out of high school to work in our computing department. And he was a nice enough kid, but turned out he was in a band that he had formed when he was in high school, and he was still playing. And I used to see him in our photocopy room every day, and he had music. And I was asking my dad about what do you think he's doing? And he said, oh, he's probably transposing music for various instruments while he's in there. That's what he's doing. I said, okay. So anyways, one noon hour, this fellow's name was Gary Como. Gary came in and he said, Whit, you're not going to believe this. He said, I got a funny phone call last night. He said it was some guy called Dewey Martin. Well, a little background here that I can give you. Dewey is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, but he's actually from Chesterville down here in Eastern Ontario, and he was a drummer, and he got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame mainly because of his work with Buffalo Springfield back in the late 60s. So anyways, he says, I got this phone call from some guy called Dewey Martin, and he said, Gary, he said, I'm in Smith Falls right now. And he said, I just bought a hearse. I'm going to Toronto, picking up my friend Neil. We're driving to California, and we're going to form a band. And we need a guitar player. Would you be able to come with us? Well, Gary said to me, he said, well, I told him, I said, look, I'm 18 years old. I'm playing 3 nights a week at the Beacon Arms Hotel in downtown Ottawa. Can't even have a drink. I'm not old enough to have a drink. He said, I've just started working at this job. I like it. He said, no, I don't think I will. So Dewey said, okay, appreciate your honesty. So Dewey took his hearse, left Smith Falls, went to Toronto, picked up his friend Neil, who turned out to be Neil Young, and drove to California. They did find a guitar player. His name was Stephen Stills. So they formed a group, and it was called Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. And I'm just saying, if my friend Gary would have said yes, that might have been Crosby, Stills, Nash, Young, and Como or something like that. But
And Gary.
yeah. So he didn't make it. He made it big time as far as Canadian groups were concerned at the time, but he missed his big chance by deciding not to go. Now, Gary, I still see him once every year or two. He lives actually on the Rideau Lakes near Smith Falls, and I see him once in a while. But he's that was a long time ago when he was fresh out of high school, and I was fresh out of getting kicked out of university. And anyways, that's the song. That's the story that's on my mind.
The shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah.
But it's funny. History has a way of making itself, and if he went, that might have never happened.
No, it might not have. And I wouldn't want to see Dewey Martin not make the Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Buffalo Springfield. But, back in those days, drugs got in the way of some of them. Not Gary, though. He was a very fortunate guy that he didn't get involved, but I think Dewey did.
Neat.
Okay, local spotlight. Now, I know you said you were stuck trying to come up with something local. My intent here is something low key, because when you hear what I'm going to tell you about something local, you're going to say, well, big deal, whoopee-doo. And I'm going to say, well, it impacts a few people in Brockville. And all it is our local food bank has had a real drain on it. And they've had to make some changes, but they've been fortunate. The girl said our staff is stuck with us. We've done all these things, but the big change and the local spotlight is going to the food bank because they're now going to be open on Mondays. Previously, they were open Tuesday to Friday, I think, and now they're going to open on Mondays. Two reasons. One, to give people an extra chance, and the second reason is to spread it out. So instead of having 85 people come Tuesday and 85 on Wednesday, they might get down to 40 or 50, a more manageable group. And I'm going to try something a little wild here. I have about a 10-second audio clip from the girl who is the manager, and I don't know if it's going to come through or not. I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah.
In January, we saw over 2,200 visits to the food bank, and we saw 59 new families sign up to the food bank in January alone.
Yes, it played, and I didn't hear it. Did you?
No, unfortunately, I didn't.
No, but it actually did play because I could see my meters bouncing. So that was my local spotlight. Were you able to come up with anything in the
No,
Bradford or?
getting a stop sign is a big thing. The weather's been gorgeous. That's all I'm going to say. That kind of what you just talked about kind of really I struck a nerve is the wrong way of saying it. The sign of the times, and we have a food bank here in Bradford, and it's open 5 days a week, and it's really disheartening knowing that so many people are struggling so much that they have to go to food banks. And my hat's off to everybody that works at the Belleville Food Bank. They're doing a good service for the community. But it makes me really sad that we're at that point, and how we've gotten here. I'm going to say probably in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we did a big grocery shopping this past week. You know, just getting things like basic things: Tide, toilet paper, paper towels, blah 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 blah. And it's just like you just watch a paycheck disappear.
Yeah.
It's really, yeah. So for people that are struggling, I don't even know how, young families with kids manage today. Yeah.
No, and the extras are just unheard of. They can't get anything extra at all whatsoever.
Yeah. So, congrats, or my hat's off to the people at the Belleville Food Bank. Keep it up. It's a worthy cause. So,
Okay, and the last topic is travel.
yes.
And today, I was wondering, like we've had a couple of discussions already, and so this won't take us too long to whip through this. But when you're taking a vacation, are you interested in mountains, seashore, something like beaches, cities, or countryside? Which of those appeals to you the most?
I don't like cities. I live in a city. I'm kind of an oddball where I'll just go take a walk at the farm. I want to see Mama Nature. I don't want to see steel and brick. I want to see what's been created and enjoy that. That's just my personal view. It doesn't matter if it's a beach or a mountain or a desert. There's just a lot of things to discover around us that we don't normally see on a day to day.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I'm the kind of guy who I can enjoy a holiday anywhere. Just getting out of the normal day to day kind of stuff that I do. Well, I don't do very much. But anyways, breaking that cycle. I guess really, excuse me. If I had my druthers, I'd probably pick a place where there was a beach. But like, do I swim in the ocean? No. Maybe once a day I would go take off my shoes, walk in the sand. But I don't think it's actually the ocean. I think it's the proximity to the ocean that I like now. And I don't always like the wildlife as you saw when that creature was going into my room in that one place. Well,
But we can't call that wildlife. But
Yeah, I know that's really wild. Well, anyways, but I choose. I guess I would be choosing beaches, and not necessarily. And I'd like to be close. Like some people go to Mexico and they get a condo in the town, and it has a swimming pool on the third story roof or something. That's not me. I would rather be close to the beach, have the pools there. And then in my mind, I can pretend I'm out there surfing or doing whatever, but it's beaches for me.
yeah, but at least at the resort, you still have an ability to go to the beach.
Yes, the option is there.
I'm trying to remember the one place that we were at, and when you walked out to the beach on the left, there was like these really large black rocks and like a little island out there a little way.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Like I like to see stuff like that. When we were in the Barbados, we went to where the Atlantic and the Pacific, like the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic meet. And you're in you're on the edge of the shore, and you're up 10, 15 stories. And the ocean is just worn away this huge horseshoe-shaped cavern over millions of years, and just seeing like the power of Mother Nature and what Mother Nature did to create that is just really kind of neat. I like it,
Yes, and the other attraction for me in that kind of scenario is that this is not something that has been contrived for tourists. This is sort of the natural part of that area.
Yeah. That's kind of what I like. I want to get. I don't know. I'm one of those people. I want to get away from people when I go on vacation.
Well, I think both of us we like to get away from people, but we like to make a new friend, and that's the closest bartender. And we like to strike up a good relationship with him, right?
Yeah. I don't mind. I don't mind dealing with. I don't know how people vacation in downtown Toronto.
No.
That's not a vacation to me. That's just chaos.
Yeah.
And if it's what you like, more power to you. But I don't mind dealing with one or two or three people. I think probably the best conversations I've had when we were on vacation with folks outside of the family was the family from New York City. The daughter was getting married on the last day we were there. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh.
And there were a bunch of steel workers and Teamsters. And that was a really cool conversation. We had some great laughs. Met them at the bar down by the pool. And it was just, they were good people to me. They were good salt of the earth people. I like that. But the rest of the people, I was kind of like, meh.
Well, I think we've done a good job today, John. I think we've exhausted all of the topics.
Did we say hi to Janet?
Geez, you didn't tell me. Oh,
My apologies.
I see 27 things here. I'm going to play them. We're not going to leave until we see what all she had to say. Oh, look at that. Beaches for her. All right.
What's that?
She chose beaches. Okay.
Our apologies, Janet. We're both kind of in a little bit of a crisscross today.
Yes, we are. And we wanted to get it so that she did hear.
Janet heard your song.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, there's anybody else? We have to put this one up. We can. You did an excellent job, so we can both administer a pat on the back to ourselves. Thank you, Janet. We really appreciate those comments. I just want you to see that we could have been spreading them out at the appropriate, correct times if you would have been in charge, if she would have been in charge of doing that instead of John reminding me with 10 seconds to go, oh, did Janet, okay, well, anyways, we're here. I think we've done a good job, John. Thanks very much, and we'll be back next Tuesday.
All right. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
And now I know